Hello and welcome to January 10th, where we're reading Genesis 26 and 27. These chapters cover about all that we know about Isaac. He's been a very major player in chapter 24, very minor in 24, very minor in 25, pretty major in 26, and then back to being very minor in 27. He is his father's son in pretty much everything, in faithfulness and in faithlessness. He fails in exactly the same way Abraham does. He succeeds in some of the ways that Abraham does. God promises many things to him, but ultimately we'll see more of God's conversations with Jacob as we move forward. Then we jump over to the end of Isaac's life as he tries to bless one of his children. He tries to bless his firstborn Esau, but Jacob just won't let him have it because he is kind of a bad person. And so we meet Jacob, we see a second evil thing he does, and that'll lead to some long-term consequences for him. In chapter 26, for a slightly more detailed breakdown, Isaac comes down, he listens to God, God reaffirms a promise to him, and so Isaac takes hope in that promise, except not enough hope to stay righteous. Instead, he puts himself in a very bad situation, then he lies about who his wife is, just like Abraham did in chapter 12, and in chapter 20, Isaac is his father's son. In chapter 26, it's the same thing. And so there's an issue there. It gets resolved. Isaac moves on. He goes on and digs out a bunch of wells. He has conflicts with people who are around him. He settles those conflicts eventually and then talks to God a little bit and then, moves on from there. That's about all we have about Isaac in chapter 26. What we do have in chapter 27 is that Isaac gets old, so there's a time jump of quite a while, and he's looking to pass on the blessings to his firstborn son so that Esau can take over and rule the dynasty of Israel, of Isaac at this point. But Esau doesn't do it very well, or rather, Rebekah, Isaac's wife, steps in and helps Jacob to cheat Esau of his rightful inheritance. And so Jacob is a cheat and a liar and just kind of a scumbag. We're going to see more of that in the following chapters. If you want a further breakdown, written notes are available down over on my writing page. Other than that, I will see you next week, I suppose, January 13th, as we start by covering chapter 28.